Hello, everyone. I have not posted a video for a long time, so it's time to come back. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope everyone is playing a lot of chess. It is time to get even better. One of my students, a very good player, sent me a message earlier today with a link to a game which he played. And the comment says another amazing game, lots of blunders involved, but it's a good game to show other people, possibly on your YouTube channel. So let's take a look. I have not looked at this game yet. Let's see, let's learn, let's have fun. Okay, so first let's check what the time control was. um, let's see, how do I figure out what the time control is? Hmm. Okay. There is another way I can find this name. Okay. Let's do it this way. Let's find him in my list. Um, let's see. He plays really a lot of games, which explains why he gained about 1,000 rating points in the past about 7 months. Now, if this is the game. Okay. So there was the game. The time control was 3 minutes. So 3 minutes is a great time control to play fun games, but mistakes inevitably will be made. So let's learn. Let's see what happens. Charlie is rated, well, during this game was rated a little bit over 1400. He reached as high as 1500 a couple of days ago, and I'm sure he'll be back there soon. So let us look at this game. D4, 5c4, Queen's Gambit. Black takes, and White has several moves he can play now. Play 3, he can play 4, Knight c3, Knight f3. All of those moves are absolutely okay. And Charlie chooses Knight c3, which is a fine move. White can pick up this pawn later, and he wants to play e4 possibly at some point. Black plays this move, which is a small inaccuracy. White can play e4 right away to gain time on this bishop. This bishop does not really belong here right now, and this is exactly what Charlie does. Very nice move, attacking the bishop. The bishop drops back, and now we can pick up this pawn immediately. We do not need to do it yet, we can develop also. Charlie takes the pawn though, and White has a beautiful center, controlling these squares, and Black has not much to show for this. Okay, e6 makes sense. Charlie develops, good move. And Black pins the knight. This pin is not scary. White can just ignore it and castle. Charlie kicks. Kicking is not terrible, but it's not necessary. Essentially, we ask this bishop a question what it wants to do, but the argument is we do not need to be asking this question just yet. And I'm also curious if Queen a4 exists as a chess move. Because if you play Queen a4, he plays Knight c6, we play d5. I suspect we might be able to win something. I suspect, because this knight ends up being a little bit pinned over here. So maybe Queen a4. Queen a4 makes a lot of sense here. And the idea is, in every position, always look at forcing moves. Always look at checks. So let's see what happened. A3. A3, Black can now win a pawn. Black can take and take. Which is what happens, except Black didn't take. I don't think taking is scary for Black. I don't think White has any tricks. White should be, so Black should be taking pawns. Okay, black develops. This is not a good knight. It can't go anywhere, and it blocks the spawn. The spawn wants to challenge the center, and now it does not get to do it. Okay, Charlie plays a very good move. He drops the bishop. He covers his pawn. He still has his center. A knight f6, double attacking the pawn. Very confused by how often this pawn is free in this game. Black should take it. Maybe white gets counterplayed though. 1 second, because maybe black should take with the knight, because white takes, black takes, white can play rook here. The idea being, if the bishop drops back, white can maybe attempt d5, but the bishop doesn't have to drop back. The bishop can take here first, and after white takes back, black can safely castle, and white does not have too much here. So probably black should just take. I don't know. The only explanation is they both playing super fast and things are happening. Okay, obviously the knight is pinned. There is no threat though, so white can just improve. And bishop g5 makes sense. We have a pin. We occasionally can play e5. Okay, the bishop is asked a question. Usually this is the best square to drop, which is what happens. G5 is risky because this king is not staying in the middle. The middle is about to open. Going here is really scary because this line exists. So, castle and short, now they're holes. So I don't know about this. So the bishop drops back. Queen e7, developed into the queen, I guess. I tried to castle long. This confuses me. Although black position is not great because white can improve, it's not entirely clear what black can do here. And Charlie just simply improves his rook. It's okay if we lose this pawn, I think. We can take right away. We can play something like rook b3 first. Castle. Wow. Okay. I don't want to be the black king in this position. Okay, let's see how Charlie takes advantage of this. But there is a rook, there is a bishop, there is a potential queen. He can move. So let's see what happens. Okay, so obviously we'll threaten this. Black needs to deal with this. It's not easy. Okay, but now there are faults on the light squares. So this is extremely risky. I don't mind this move. I think Charlie is trying to bring the knight into the attack. He doesn't want this to happen. I think this is absolutely okay. We can play this later if we want, which we probably won't. Alright, that bishop is trying to decide what to do with its life. Queen b5. Alright, so we're attacking this. If it moves, maybe we can play here, attack this and this. Although the king can go to e8, but it will put him in the line of the rook. And maybe we can then push up. Okay. Knight a5. Okay, so if white plays here, and black goes here, this is a free knight because of this spin. So it means after this move, black goes here, and then white actually cannot take this pawn because I think he gets trapped. No, but he does not because he's attacking this. These things connect. So there is no trap. So I think Charlie needs to play queen a6, which he does. Beautiful. And let's see if he finds a tactic. He does not. Let's see how much time he spent. Yeah, he spent some time, but again, the main lesson here is always look at forcing moves, checks, captures, threats, And the second point here is 3-minute games. Uh, there will not be perfect chess played during 3-minute games. People are bound to make mistakes. C4. Okay, very natural move. Charlie is playing C5. Okay. The queen now defends the knight, so we don't have our trick anymore. He's attacked. It's not obvious what white should play. Probably c5 because the queen covers. Okay, he drops the bishop, but that gives black a free move though. Although it's not clear what it should be because although I wonder if white can just play rook b3 here. Because if we play rook b3, the knight cannot take his pinned. And the points we're attacking the queen, so the queen needs to stay connected to the knight. So it will probably go to a4, a2. Okay. I don't think this is terrible, but c5 maybe is a little bit more forcing. Knight takes. Takes. Now the rook is attacked. So that's a bit of an issue. I'm not sure I want that sacrifice, but maybe because we have pressure here. And I guess the logic is if takes, then we take. Bishop there. Alright, so I'm assuming the queen is leaving. Alright, the queen left. Rook takes. I want to take this pawn and open things up. Also, then we can play queen here, which attacks him, and him. So that should be good. That happened. Alright, we can also take here, but this probably is better. Although it's not definitely better. Probably better, yeah. Rook here. Okay, it's not terrible. It double attacks this. But again, the lesson here again is always look at forcing moves, checks, captures, but also look at loose pieces. So whenever I see something like this, I start asking, what can I do with them? And I can do this. I can also do that, but that's less good because then black counter forks. So probably this is best. Alright. So we can take here first because our threat is bigger than his threat. So we can just take and take, which happened. I'm assuming queen takes. Very nice. Black is in a bit of trouble. This kind of exists as a chess move. It still exists. I don't know what black is doing. I don't think it does anything. Bishop there is also very interesting. I like it. The point is after takes, queen takes checkmate. When white is trying to take. That's a really, really nice move. Rook there doesn't stop anything, actually. So we just win. Yeah. And victory. Very interesting game. Some very good tactics. Very good demonstration of how to attack when people castle in the opposite directions. In this game, white castled short, black castled long. Also, black should have never castled long, but that's a different story. But also, very important thing to remember is look for forcing moves, look for checks, look for captures, and look for loose pieces. I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to putting up more material soon, and I'll see everyone soon. Please like and subscribe.